Welcome back. This is Dan Habe with CF Ninja Hacks, and today we're going to answer Mike's question because Mike saw an affiliate link I put out there for the Challenge Masterclasses being run right now. But instead of putting out my affiliate link, I put out a link to my funnelDesignMastery.com. And the reason I do that is because it's going to give me a much cleaner link if I say funnelDesignMastery.com/challenge-masterclass. If I put that out there, it's going to look a lot nicer than your big, huge, long, clunky affiliate ID. And so that's a good reason to do it. Another reason is you could probably put some sort of tracking code or something else in here. I generally don't bother with that kind of stuff, but you clearly could put some sort of tracking code in here to know who landed on the page and whatnot. But what we're going to do here is we're going to basically send them to this page. They're going to be there for a split second, and then they're going to redirect to the actual affiliate link itself. So let me show you how this is set up. But first off, you're going to see right here, that is the Challenge Masterclass Secrets or Challenge Secrets Masterclass page right here, showing on here as the preview, but you're going to see that obviously the funnel does not look like that. But another thing I want you to notice here on this page, and when we do finally get to the page it resolves to, in fact, let me just click on this right here to show you where it goes. One of the things I always like to do is to look at the page and see, okay, what does the page look like when it's done? So you saw that right there. You got some white up here at the top. You got some blue, dark blue below it. So the way I like to set up my page is always so that it starts to reflect what the background is going to look like on the page you're going to land on. So let me click on this here again, and you're going to see it's going to start off with a white ribbon at the top and then the blue, and then this is going to pop in. So it really kind of gives you the illusion that the page is beginning to load, but in reality, it was on a different page, and then it flipped over to the affiliate link page right here. So let me show you how this is done. It's actually quite simple. I've refined the way I've done it over the years. I originally did it with just code, and then I actually saw somebody one day doing it a really, really simple way. So I'll show you the clunky old code way first. For a second or two, it doesn't matter because you're not going to probably use it anyway. But then I will show you how the simple way to do it, and how you can actually use this in other funnels as well. If you want to just have somebody land on a page and then redirect them to the next page in the funnel, you can do the same thing. So here you see my page. I just have a section up here at the top with a white background on it, and another section down. Actually, this must be the background color of the page. Forgot how I set this up. Yeah, so that's just the background color of the page. That's it. You got these two sections here. And then let's take a look at this here. We got another section that is hidden. We're going to open that up. And in here, I have this set on an automation so that, let me just go here to advanced automation. So it will come in after 5 seconds. So if for some reason they don't get sent to the next page, this will pop up. They will click this link. And then right in here, that's where you put your URL for your affiliate link right in here. So you just a little text thing there. But again, 99.9% of the time, no one's ever going to see this because they're going to be redirected long before the 5 seconds. As you saw, it takes about a second before it does the redirect. So 99% of people are never going to see this. I've never actually run into an instance myself where it popped up on my screen. Now, to look at the old clunky way of doing this here, we can come into the header tracking code. And so I actually put in a way here so that if somebody had turned off their JavaScript somehow, they could then be redirected to that affiliate link. And then here we have another script here. So if their JavaScript is running, they could come in here. There's a little timeout function here just for half a second, just to make sure the page has a chance to load. And then it will just redirect them to the affiliate link. Now that way works absolutely perfect, but you can copy the code off of there, you can grab it, steal it, that's fine. But you don't really need to do that, and you don't need to do this either. That's just kind of belt and suspenders for me. I figure if I'm driving the traffic, I want to get the people there. Oops, actually I needed to open that back up again because I need to see that section, because what really makes it happen is this element right here, and it is the minute countdown timer. So you just drop the minute countdown timer anywhere on the page here. Doesn't need to be showing. We'll just turn that off so it doesn't need to show. come in here, set these all to 0, so that as soon as somebody lands on the page, obviously it trips the timer because it has no time left. We're going to redirect to URL, and then right in here, you want to put in your affiliate link right there, and then send everybody straight away over to that page. So we'll come back in, we'll turn this all back off. I guess I don't need to save the page anyway. Now, the next thing you want to do, there is actually another step to this, because if you put this link somewhere, you want the preview to show up, and the preview will show up like this because it is, no, actually, I'm sorry, it won't show up like that on a regular preview. So I'm thinking like in Facebook, if we want to do a preview in Facebook, what we want to do is come over here to our settings, our SEO metadata, and then we want to put in our SEO metadata that we would want to show up in Facebook or somewhere else where you'd put a link and it shows a preview. And I see here I really need to beef up that description a little bit, but you put in your social background image. So I grabbed this one here from the affiliate guys, drop that in there. You put in your meta title, your meta description, keywords and author don't really matter in there, and you get all that set up. Because then the last thing we are going to do is we're going to bounce back out of here, and you always want to try to get a clean URL whenever possible. So I have whatever my domain is here, Funnel Design Mastery, and then I have Challenge Masterclass as my path. And then what I like to do is come in here to publishing and always just append the dash loading here. So when somebody comes, and I do this on all my pages, so when somebody comes and lands on the page, they'll see the path dash loading at the end, and then after a second, the dash loading will fall off and it'll just be Challenge Masterclass left there. If we were not then, of course, bouncing over to the actual affiliate sales page. So what we want to do is we want to go back here to the overview, and we want to grab off just the bit that is the actual real URL for this page. So we'll grab that bit right there, because remember, again, Challenge Masterclass is the path we put here, and this is always the path right here. It says it right here in ClickFunnels, the ending path of the URL. So that is the last place that somebody will land. And I always tell people as well, if you're running Facebook ads or anything like that, make sure you use this path here, because it eliminates all other redirects up to that point, because this is where the page will eventually resolve to. So the last thing we want to do is we want to come up here. I want to go to my debugger tool for Facebook, and unfortunately just opened in the tab I was in, and we are going to paste in that URL that we have. And now you're going to hit debug. And what this is going to do is this is going to make sure that Google's Open Graph knows exactly where this thing is, what is the metadata associated with it. Now, I've run this before, so when I click on debug, it should pop up just fine. If I've never run this through the debugger tool before, chances are you're going to get a warning message up here that says that it's never been on Facebook before, and then there's going to be a button and it's going to say fetch information, I think is what it says. It says fetch something, fetch data, fetch information, something like that. Well, in fact, let's just do this. Let's just take off the word masterclass here at the end, because you already see what the result is, pulled it in exactly like we wanted it to be. So let's just take off that bit right there. So here you go, fetch new information. Now it's not going to be able to find this page, so we don't want to go there. But you see here, it'll say fetch new information if it never saw it before. Let's put the one back in that we had. Here we go. And then if it pops up and it's not looking right, so let's say you went in there and you changed out the image, and so this thing isn't looking right, you just click on scrape again, and it will scrape it again. You might have to do it 3, 4, 5 times. You may have to wait 5 minutes, do another 3 or 4 or 5 times, and eventually it'll go out, it'll grab the right data, it'll pull it in, and then you know for absolute sure if somebody's dropping that link somewhere, and if it will produce a what am I thinking here, a preview on Facebook or wherever, then it's going to be looking right. So let's just grab this here. Let's copy that. Let's come over here to Facebook. Let's go to my profile. Let's just pop this in here just to show what it looks like. Boom, there you go. So then you got your image, you got your You got the domain that it's on, you got your meta title, and you got your meta description right there. So that's it. Just set up that minute countdown timer, 0 seconds, redirect it to your affiliate page. Make sure you get your SEO set up properly, and you are good to go. So if you got any questions, just let me know.